going on, y'all? It's your boy, the Jazz Master. Say it with me now. 1, 2, 3. The Jazz Master. What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy. Hey, so today I'm really happy and really excited to bring on a special guest, a good friend of mine, uh, a man of many accolades, many trades. Steph is like his name is Steph Gross, and he's like a visionary. And he's every time I turn around, he's got a great idea. He's always got a positive word. And you know what? Without further ado, we're going to invite on the Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Steph Gross. Give me 1 sec. I'm dialing him in now. Okay, pick up, Steph. Oh, there he is.
What's up, Jazz Master?
Hey, we're going live. We're going live.
Count it in.
Man, you know what? This is the Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Steph Gross. I'm just gonna, give him an introduction. Man, Steph, we met about 7 years ago, Steph.
8 years, brother. 8 years.
Has it been 8 years? Oh wow.
8 years this March.
Oh man, tell him, Steph. Without further ado, Mr. Steph Gross, would you tell the people how you and I met and give them the rundown, if you will?
Yeah, so Jazzman and I met down in Orlando, Florida, as we were both working for a project to really support our education system here in the United States. And before educators begin to create curriculum and things like that, we have to test the knowledge of our students across the country and to build a baseline from which to grow from. And as I was looking at Dapper Dan down there at the seminar, I came across another brother who was just as dapper, if not more, watching the bow tie, and we connected. Our eyes and our vibration locked from
in
across the room.
Yes, sir.
A sea of hundreds.
Oh yeah.
Found each other.
Yeah.
The head nod the first day, but later that night, a connection was made.
Oh man, Man, you know what, Steph, and man, I love the way you introduced that project when it comes to the project we were doing. I always tell people, I tell people that we test children in a certain age range to see how well they test on a national average in like math, reading, science, that sort of thing, as you say, like a baseline. But yeah, man, you and I, like, I think I remember you. I think we were getting off the elevator or something, and you like came up to me. You was like, "Hey, I'm Steph. I'm Steph Gross." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, bro? I'm Jazz."
And then we had dinner later that night with a group of people.
Yes, sir.
After that.
Yeah, man. But you know what? I think that's like the beauty of like those trainings and things like that, because you run around people and you connect with people. And some of those connections are like short-lived. Some of them are like long lifetime. And yours is definitely a lifetime, my brother,
Absolutely. We've been connected ever since we met in a number of different ways.
Yes.
And, I appreciate you. I acknowledge you. I hear you. I give you flowers for your energy and who you are, brother.
Oh, man. Appreciate. Look, hey, Steph, don't make me smile too much, man. My face is going to get stuck like this.
I'll do my best, brother, to keep it live for you.
Oh man. Well, today, Steph, tell them, tell the audience what we're tell them what we're going to discuss today. Give us the synopsis of what's going down.
Yeah, first I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to be on your pod.
Yes, sir.
It's not every day that I get the opportunity and luxury to sit down and really talk about a few things that are top of mind for me and things that I'd love to stand up. And the best part about standing things up is that they are in the benefit of others. There are 3 pillars that I work from.
Mm-hmm.
First is gratitude first.
Yes, sir.
The second pillar is believe in the 4 agreements. before agreements, be impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions. Don't take anything personal, and always do your best. And that final third pillar of my particular school is service before self. And I only connect and resonate with people who believe in those three pillars. And that's the type of individual or organization I like to do business with.
Yes, sir.
So what we're going to talk about today is how we stand those types of values up in personal and business relationships.
Okay. All right, man. Take it away.
Yeah, this, most podcasts, the host has a series of questions, but I love your format because you allow it just to be an organic conversation.
Yes.
This morning, I woke up with such a revitalized vigor for everything that I'm doing and the network that I've been humbled and respectful of taking care of, to make sure that there aren't people with, trading wolf tickets for snake oil involved in anything that we do.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I love how I've never heard that before. Trading wolf tickets for snake oil. I like that.
Thank you very much. And one of the things that's really driven me since 4 o'clock this morning is, the Austrian people built railroad tracks through the Alps before we had even invented a train that could go through it.
Oh,
that could traverse the mountains and the hills, but they had enough foresight to lay the tracks.
Yes.
Other inspiration is General Hannibal wheeling 300 African elephants coming off the hot plains and out of the jungles across the Alps before anyone else ever went through it. He wheeled 300 elephants.
Wow.
Do you know how much foresight and vision that those folks had to have to get where they wanted to be?
Yes. Wow, man. That's you know what? That's deep, and that's like game changing just right there. Wow.
It is.
Oh,
it's game changing to have that foresight, and those are the types of people I like to surround myself with. And Jazz Master, you are one of them, because you're taking your music, what you feel, what you hear, and again, what you feel and what you hear. You're taking it to a different level. And through your music is the purest form of expression and emotion.
Oh.
Laughter's next. That's why comedians are so successful.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Yes, bro. Man, speaking of like the foresight, actually my daughter called me this past Saturday, and she told me about she's actually getting ready to take an Amtrak train trip. She's in college. She's a 19-year-old college student, and she's getting ready to take her first Amtrak train trip down to Phoenix, Arizona. And and it's crazy because I told her, I said, Johns, I said, you're turning into your dad all over again, with the travel and stuff like that. She but the thing is, two things I want to point out about what she's doing. I said, for the most part, I think a lot of people, when they when they talk about travel, most people just want to get to where they're going. But me, and I can now see that through my daughter, she has the mind, the bandwidth to take the journey, to journey through the, and go through it as a journey versus just getting somewhere to the destination, and speaking of the foresight that you were talking about, man, it's crazy because when you whenever I've been on the Amtrak, always, I was telling my daughter, you're going to see sides of the country that you can't even see by highway, you can't see by plane, you can't see by it's a truly unique experience. And when you look at how some of the mountains were blasted in order to get those trains through, and it just makes you think man, these are great-minded people. They had the like I said, the foresight to see all that, so.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I believe in the unknown, and travel is really that adventure side and pioneering of the unknown.
Facts.
Doing things that you don't traditionally do.
Facts.
And going through that experience, you get to see the actual wonder and the beauty of the United States differently than you would if you were in a car driving cross country.
Facts.
I was fortunate in 1997 to book a ticket on the Southwest Chief on Amtrak, left San Bernardino, and landed in Baltimore, Maryland.
What?
So I got to see parts of the country that I hadn't seen even driving that several times.
Oh, wow.
So you're absolutely right.
Yes, man. Like, you know what? Trust me. Like I always say, like, you know, traveling is all about discovery. You know, you're discovering who you are in this like really big world. And the thing is, it's like, you know, like I think about the time when I went to Ethiopia just a couple years ago, and the magic of traveling and seeing the Habesha people, and you know, then going on to Kenya and what's them boys that got hops over there? The tribe. I can't think of the name of the tribe. You know what? I'll Google it in a minute. But they can jump the highest in the world. I forget the name of the tribe, but you know,
the tribe of Jordan.
Yeah. Hey, them boys got hops over there, Steph. You know, like, man. But you know, being able to, like, you know, visit these like different tribal people, and you know, doing the safari, and like just all these, like, you know, interesting things that we never get to see out, you know, in America. It's just like, wow, that's the magic, that's the discovery, you know.
Yeah, you know, traveling is a blessing to be able to do, and living in the country that we live in and being able to travel in a level of luxury.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
Not having to have hundreds of people sitting on top of the train, putting themselves in harm's way to escape something.
Oh, man.
You know, we're very fortunate here in the United States to be able to do that leisurely.
Yes, yes, sir.
You know, blessings and positive vibes out to those countries that have rail systems, but you know, they're people who put themselves in harm's way just to escape.
Just to get out. Yeah, yeah.
The train and the travel metaphor is really something that we can overlay on business. Mm-hmm. And it can really be something to overlay to find intersections between business and music. Mm-hmm. And I know the purpose of your podcast is not only to have authentic, you know, conversations, but I want to be real. I want to be very real with you. You are the jazz man, and you vibe your life through music.
Yes, sir.
Although I was musically inclined at one time.
Where you step? What'd you play?
I find myself more in the background in supporting musicians and artists and groups.
Yeah.
So I just want to acknowledge that you are a true master of your craft.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
The tracks you lay down, you know, some of those could be filmed and documentary scores, and I hear it. And every time I've heard a new track of yours, I immediately think in my network, how can that particular track fit into a particular documentary or film or something that, you know, I have access to?
Yes, sir. I love it, man. You know, it's crazy. Right before you came on, I was, you know, kind of giving the crowd like a synopsis of like who you were, and one thing I said was Steph is a visionary. Like, yeah, like you, like it's like it's like I could, you know, like, you know how sometimes I'll call you up like, Steph, what you think about this? And then you're already thinking on the next step or the next two steps ahead, you know. So it's like, yeah, you definitely like a visionary in this game, man, you know.
Well, I appreciate that. And again, that's because I surround myself with great people who inspire not only me, but the project or anything that's brought up that inspire us to think beyond.
Yeah.
You know, at one point in time, you know, even on LinkedIn, I call myself a professional intersectionalist. You know, what does that mean?
Yeah.
That means I identify and I find intersections that people don't normally see. You know, a perfect example of that is the American Cancer Society and Caltrans. Here in California, Caltrans is our traffic, construction, road crews, and things like that for the state. And then everybody knows American Cancer Society.
Yeah.
You know, American Cancer Society has over 2 million volunteers. They have over 2,000 offices for people suffering with cancer, you know, to go there for support. And so a couple years ago, I was working on a project, and I put those two intersect. I put those together, and people are like, "Hey, Steph, how did you find commonality between the American Cancer Society and Caltrans?" Well, it's actually simple if you think about it. What's the number one cause of cancer that they deal with? Smoking.
Smoking, yeah. I was just about to say,
Right?
yeah.
Smoking, right? And what's one of the leading litter contributors? Cigarette butts.
Yeah.
So if Caltrans has road crews out there, why aren't you working with American Cancer Society to force multiply your activities?
I love it. Okay. Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Because we have a common bond in cigarettes and cigarette butts.
Right.
And so we connected the two dots. And now you see the Adopt a Highway program have more support from the American Cancer Society. And then when they have the American Cancer Society as a nonprofit and they need support, they can now go to Caltrans and ask for that help and support.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So those are the types of things that I do, and those are the visions that I bring, because I really believe that there's a fifth sector and a fifth dimension, and that's stewardship. It's our responsibility to steward the things we have connective tissue to. For example, it's your job and your responsibility to continue playing music, to let music flow. It's my job to help support you to do that.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, I love it, bro. Yes, man. Man, Steph, tell us, I see you got the Bragabilia energy drinks in the background. I love the background, the backdrop. Tell us a little bit about Bragabilia.
Well, thanks, brother. So it started with the Blue Jay. And back in 2022, I was in Moab, Utah with my family on spring break, and my son was playing with this Blue Jay at the campsite at the trailhead. And normally, you go up to a bird, it'll fly away.
Yeah.
But it was funny that they were kind of chasing each other around.
Yeah.
And he was little at the time, so it was super cute.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it until a week later when I'm driving from San Diego to Las Vegas for a speaking engagement. I'm listening to sports talk radio, and the radio DJ was talking about the Toronto Blue Jays, the baseball team.
Yeah.
And how on paper they were slated to win the World Series, but the reality is that their fan base spends the least amount of money to support them.
Oh, wow.
Concessions, swag,
really,
games. They were at the bottom of the league in consumer spending.
Oh, wow.
And so for some reason that didn't reconcile with me.
Yeah.
How could you be slated to win the World Series with a great roster on paper, but your fans don't even support you?
Support, right, exactly, yeah.
And so as I'm at my speaking engagement, I'm on stage and it hits me. What's the significance of this Blue Jay that I saw a bird playing with my son and the DJ only talking about the Toronto Blue Jay baseball team?
Yeah.
So my brain reconciled those two things back to that intersection, right? How do those two things coincide?
Yeah.
And so I go to the sports book and I place a wager. I want the Toronto Blue Jays to win the World Series. $10 bet.
Yeah. Oh.
And so as I made that bet, I'm walking out with my associate. He asked me, "Hey, Steph, what are you doing with that ticket? I don't know you to gamble." And so I told him the same story. And he's like, "You know what would be cool?" And so I pause him. I'm like, "I do." So I go back to the sports book and I buy win tickets for every team. Because what dawned on me, if the Toronto Blue Jay fan base doesn't spend any money, how many people made this bet?
Right.
How many people said, "I want the Toronto Blue Jays to win the World Series"?
Oh, wow.
So now that I have that ticket, I can brag and claim the memorabilia that I called it. I called them winning the World Series.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So 2022 was at the height of the NFT craze. You know, there just happened to be the gorilla sold for $2 million or $12 million. And so everyone was getting into NFTs. So what I did is I said, how can I validate this contract? Well, essentially, I'm going to convert all of these win slips or these tickets into NFTs. So now I'm creating a new asset class, just like we did your rookie card, baseball card.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many Willie Mays. There's only so many Great Bambinos. There's only so many Nolan Ryan rookie cards, right? Right, so many. And this now allows me to lay claim to say, I called it.
Okay.
So me calling it is memorabilia that I could brag about.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, bragabilia, baby.
So I put the two together and called my company Bragabilia.
Okay. Oh, nice.
But the interesting part is I was watching Supercross, and I was watching the Young Rider program, and as I was watching it, there was very little diversity in the youth riders, and so I said to myself, there has to be another minority, black, brown rider that could, excel.
Yeah.
But is never given the equitable chance, equity as an access to motorcycles.
Right.
Now, there has to be more than the Stewart family, James, Bubba Stewart, Malcolm Stewart, right? There has to be more out there.
Right.
And so I reached out through LinkedIn and I found a vice president of Feld Entertainment who oversees Supercross, and I pitched it. He said, "Hey, I love it. Why don't you come up to Salt Lake City, Utah, and pitch us?"
Oh.
And I was like, okay.
I remember that. I remember you told me about that too, that you was going to Salt Lake for that. Okay.
So I show up in Salt Lake City, the final round of the 2023 Supercross season. And as I'm sitting there looking across Rice-Eccles Stadium, I realize the crowd may not get what I'm presenting. Okay. It may not resonate with them. Yeah. So as I'm contemplating that, the good Lord himself uploaded to me. What they do understand is energy drinks. Monster, Rockstar, Red Bull. They understand that. And the good Lord said, Bragabilia energy beverage. The elegant energy drink that's a quiet flex in a can. We don't do action sports like Monster, Rockstar, and Red Bull.
Yeah.
We don't do gyms and workouts like a Celsius.
Yeah.
What we do is the softer side, the elegant side, the nightlife, the capturing of epic moments, the amplification of things that are memorable to you. Those memories become memorabilia.
I love it, man.
Those epic moments, you backstage with, Kendrick Lamar is an epic moment that not everyone gets to share. And now you can brag and amplify that message.
Right. Oh, man.
Bragabilia platform.
Yes.
The energy drink helps amplify and sustain that through our celebration phase of what our drink delivers.
Yeah. Oh, man, Steph. That's so dope, man. Like, I love it. And man, speaking of what would you call it? Intersectionality?
Intersectionality.
Yeah. You know what? I can totally relate to that because like I'm the type of person is I can see how things connect or how they cross a lot of times even in my music I do it so I'll give you an example like jazz, like if I'm, let's say, like actually right now I'm working on it's like a groove rock and soul record, like basically taking the inspiration out of like the 70s like blaxploitation era.
I love it.
Yeah, man. But the thing is I'm never the type to just attack a track in like a specific way. Like the way I make it work a lot of times is like I'm like if I'm thinking like jazz, if I'm thinking the melodies are jazz, I'll think of a backdrop that would like totally cross it, but like in a different way, and like I'll bring rock into the element, and therefore like you get like jazz rock or like soul blues, or like I'm always thinking about it's like fusion. It's like a fusion, so I totally get what you mean when you say intersectionality, because that's how I always approach my music, in fact. I
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Speaking of music, I recently was introduced to a partner of mine now. His name is Abe. And Abe is the founder of a new technology called SwiftLane. And look, if I were you, I would love to invite Abe to be one of your next guests to talk about SwiftLane.
Oh, what? Okay.
What SwiftLane does is it takes young artists and existing artists and shifts the royalty positioning from the corporations and the record labels and such back into the artists themselves.
I love it.
And the platform actually allows you, the listener, the end user, to be able to just go to one site, one app to stream from all the other streams, from YouTube Music to Spotify to Pandora, wherever your playlist is. All of that can automatically now be imported into a singular platform.
Oh, I love it.
And what it does is it shifts the royalties. Again, I'm just giving a 40,000 foot overview, but I'd love for you to invite Abe on one of your casts so he can talk about it in detail.
Oh, most definitely. What's it? You said his name is Abe?
Yep.
A-B-E?
Yep, Abe.
Okay. All right.
And, I'm happy to connect you guys.
Okay.
But there's some exciting things that are happening, and I'm going to check my email right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to check it real quick.
Yeah.
And I got it right here.
Okay.
And I'm real breaking news. I just checked my email.
Oh, nice.
Bragabilia Energy is now the official energy drink of Z-Guard's War Games Island in Fortnite.
Oh, no! For real? Okay. Oh, beautiful stuff. Okay, look at you making moves, man.
It just landed in my box. I saw the little header pop up.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, yo. So what that means is that the network and the connective tissue is just got amplified.
Oh man, I love it, man. Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of which, I'm glad we're talking about Swift Lane because I'm sure you heard recently the artist, the R&B soul singer Angie Stone just passed away.
I did.
Yeah, and you know what I find interesting, what I find ironic is that right before she died, because she died by a vehicle collision, but right before she passed away, she had made a video about how the record companies were like cheating her, and like they took in a lot of her royalties and things like that. So like things like Swift Lane is definitely important because man, I think we as the artists and the artists, we have to be able to like somehow get our power back, and like in as far as like as far as like creative control or the financial aspect of it, because like a lot of these record companies and like even streaming platforms like Spotify, YouTube, all these ones, they're like I mean, me being an artist myself, like people ask me all the time, they say, well, Jazz, is your stuff on like Spotify or YouTube or Amazon? And I'm like, yeah, it's there, but this is the exact reason why I actually keep a website myself, because I want to be able to, I mean, like, not that I do it for money, but I want to be able to get the bang for my buck, if you will, like for the amount of work that I put in, like I want to be compensated for that, like every artist should, but I just, like I say, I find it ironic that, right before she passed away, she was talking about the record companies, and they were like taking her money and her royalties and all this other stuff. I was like, wow,
Yeah, and that's why I can appreciate the work and the vision. Speaking of visionaries, of an Abe and the team that he's put together to bring Swift Lane to life.
Oh, man.
Again, as a strategic partner of Swift Lane, there's a much deeper network that goes beyond to really help musicians. We're going to be able to have access now to the island within Fortnite, where we want to develop and host concerts.
Oh,
right. The founder of that, his name is Al. His vision is to be able to have concerts in real life, but mirror that concert on the island. So now we're intersecting reality and virtual reality and tangibility into one platform.
Okay.
And the connective tissue that comes with that, benefits a Swift Lane, benefits Bragabilia Energy, definitely benefits Z-Guard's War Games Island.
Yeah.
That resonates outwardly.
Yeah.
And so having young artists like yourself and other up-and-comers who don't, they think that I just have to screen myself and put it on YouTube and it'll collect 1 million followers. Yeah, you can do that.
Right.
That's helping bring awareness to you and your brand and your music,
right.
But that's not compensating you the way you should be.
Should be, right. Exactly. Yeah, you know what? My older brother, he just actually reminded me of something today. and he told me that when I was talking to him this morning, he said that these like streaming services, a lot of times like a modern day record company that operate like that, like a modern day record company, And I was just like, man, like, yeah, there's got to be, like, I've always, like, it's like I say, it's the reason why I've always kept a website, but I've always felt that there should be like a site like Swift Lane, where like it gives the artist like creative control, like financially, and like whatever other type of creative controls that there may be, because like just a lot of times, like these record companies and stuff like that, they give out these like what they call 360 deals, and they got their hands in your publishing, they got their hands in your promote, like everything, so it's like, man, sites and business models like these are a good thing for the artist.
Absolutely. And again, let's take it all the way back to our train analogy. Mm-hmm. That train is traveling down the track and going into sections of the world in the United States that are rarely seen by others.
Right.
And it takes visionaries to be able to lay that track out and say, how can I do this and benefit others while benefiting myself and my brand? Right. And so again, that's that third pillar, service before self. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're providing a service for others to benefit. Right.
Yes.
At the same time, you've built something that you can actually love and care about and nourish and nurture.
Yes, sir. Oh man,
it's like your music.
Oh yeah, yes, sir. Beautiful, man. Oh man, Steph. Man. Any final words or any last minute thoughts you got towards the people?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be on your pod today. I'm
welcome,
super
brother.
Excited and blessed.
Yes.
And honored. In fact, I'm honored to be on it.
Thank you. Honored to have you, bro.
Find out any more information, you can visit us at bragabilia.com. That's BRAGABILIA energy.com. And then we also have our e-commerce site, which is shopbragabiliaenergy.com. How can they get a hold of you as well?
Yeah, they can get a hold of me at www.myersmusicinc. That's MyersMusikinc.com. You can Google me, Jasper Myers, at Facebook, or the Jazz Master at Facebook. Like if you type in Jasper Myers, like if you Google me, like my face will pop up and like my images and stuff like that. So yeah, Jasper Myers or the Jazz Master.
You know what I love about that?
What was that?
I go by Steph Gross. My surname is Stephen. But when you talk about Google me, right?
Yeah.
You put it up there. I said, I'm gonna go by Steph. When Steph Curry started winning championships, I'm the second name.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to you, Steph Curry.
Oh yeah.
Out this pod.
Yes, sir.
Giving honors and flowers to you, brother. Thanks for winning championships.
Oh yeah.
The Stephen name.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yes, sir. And man, how's your jump shot, Steph? You got a nice jump shot?
Shoot, like I'm saying, I'm Steph Gross, just like Curry, but without basketball skills.
Sweet, man. Sweet. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? I will definitely follow up with you about Abe and SwiftLink, and yeah, maybe we can get him on the next podcast, and yeah, man, we can talk more in depth about what it is that he does and things like that.
And how he does it. Yeah, yes, I think that's going to be beneficial for everyone. All of your viewers and listeners will really benefit from a Swift Lane, exploring Swift Lane, and if they play Fortnite. Z-Guard's War Games Island is coming online April 1st. And so I want to be very supportive of them because they're very supportive of Bragabilia Energy Beverage. An elegant energy drink that's a quiet flex in a can, the official energy drink of arts and entertainment.
Oh, man. You know what? Hey, and to the crowd, hey, Steph actually sent me a sample pack of the Bragabilia energy drink, and it was very good, must I say. It was good, Steph. Like, I was like, man, I you know how like when you testing something for the first time, you're like, okay, yeah, it's good. Like, go.
Well, thanks for trying it out, brother. I appreciate it.
It was great, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, well, you know what? That's going to do it. We're going to wrap it up with the Jazz Chronicles, the edition, episode 5. And I want to thank my man, Steph Gross, for coming on. We appreciate you and your time, brother. And good luck to everything you're doing out there.
My pleasure. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, broski. All right, man. Y'all be cool.
Be out.
All right, now let that. All right.